goes by, this is a public service on YouTube.
This is a public service.
This is a public service.
All right, that's it. Wait for me to leave. All right, okay.
It sounded like you gave her a warning. Is that right, sir? Could I have the CAD number, please? Sir.
All right, take 5 feet, step back, and I'll talk to you.
Excuse me?
Take 5 feet, step back. My personal space. Okay, what can I help?
Could I have the CAD number?
Absolutely. 1 second, step back so I can open my door.
The question I asked before you so rudely just closed the door in my face.
I didn't hear you. I'm partially deaf in this left ear, so
No,
you have to excuse me if I didn't hear you.
So, did you give her a ticket or a warning?
She got a warrant.
No, you don't need to give me the CAD number then.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm not doing an interview.
Yeah,
So.
no, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
So if somebody came up to you and asked you a question,
I'm not doing an interview.
I don't want you to do an interview with me either. Is your name is your name on there?
Huh? Yep, I can put it on there.
So are those the instructions? Don't be productive. Don't engage productively with the community. You're a trainer.
So I'm not doing an interview. If you have any
Are you a
questions,
trainer?
you
It's
can
a
go to the
question.
police department.
It's a question.
go.
Are you a
You
trainer?
can take the card or not.
Are you a trainer?
Okay. Have a good
Are
day,
you a
sir.
trainer? Wow. Longwood, folks. This is Longwood. Watch my toes, bro. Can I have the card? The card with your name on it? Can I have the card?
Card.
I don't know why you got to be rude.
I'm not being rude.
You're being rude as hell, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm not doing an interview.
And I asked you a specific direct question, not an interview. If somebody without a camera came up to you and said, "Are you a trainer?" Would you say, "I'm not going to do an interview"? I'll yell at you if I want to, because you're being a prick to me.
I'm not being a prick.
You are.
So.
If somebody without a camera came up and said to you, "Are you a trainer?" I'm trying to ask you if you're a trainer or not.
I'm a trainer.
You're a trainer. And this is how you train people to engage with people in the community.
Thank you.
I hope you all review this body cam, you fucking tyrant. What's your name? What's your name? I'm making the hand motion. I'm not sure if you can see it to unroll the window.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. What was your name? Mims. I'm doing pretty good. Is your supervisor Bryant? This shift? Yeah. I'm sorry. Is he the shift supervisor or?
He would be my patrol lieutenant.
Patrol.
Yeah.
Lieutenant. Oh, I forgot he's a lieutenant now. And you're a corporal? No, he doesn't like me.
Just an officer.
You're just an officer?
Yep. Is there something I can help you with?
Is one bar, is that just an officer? Or
I'm a trainer.
okay.
The one bar.
I thought it was corporal. Two is
Yeah, 2 is a corporal, 3 is a sergeant.
okay, right on. If somebody came up to you and asked you a question and you didn't know the answer to it, would you make a good faith effort to find out the answer to that question?
Always.
I appreciate hearing that. The First Amendment of the Constitution, it secures 5 fundamental freedoms to we the people.
I'm not all that. I appreciate it, though.
So will you take my email address down and make that good faith effort like you said you would?
I sure will.
You realize it's a question about good faith, right?
Yes, sir.
Not about whether you know this thing.
What's your email address?
This is a public service.
All lowercase, I'm assuming?
It's not case sensitive.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
This is a public service. At gmail.com.
kind of just respond to that for you.
I'm sorry, were you
Just
talking?
respond to that email for you for that answer.
I would appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
How long
What
have
was
you?
your question again?
What are the 5 freedoms secured to us by the First Amendment of the Constitution?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
All right.
How long have you been with Longwood?
13 months.
Oh, okay. From a different, did you come from another
Yeah,
agency?
I retired from the sheriff's office.
Okay. Here in Seminole?
Yeah.
All right, right
Yeah,
on.
Retired from the sheriff's office. There for 11, 12 years.
Okay, wow.
12 years, and before that I worked for Sanford PD. Kind of been around all over the place.
Yeah, right on.
You know, been doing this job for quite a while. I'm a trainer now. Obviously, I've been training for probably the past 10 years. Really enjoy training.
What's the biggest thing you've seen change in policing specifically, but on the training side, since the world's changed a lot since you've been a trainer?
Changed a lot. The biggest thing that I experience with new recruits coming in is probably getting them from behind their phone, because a lot of them want to sit with their phone in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And just try to break that habit a learned habit of being an introvert, not being able to talk to folks, you know. And some of them are just a little nervous about that. And I do my best to try to get them out here. We'll go to a convenience store, and I'll say, look, next person walks in the store, would you go over and shake their hand? Why? Well, because it's your job. Talk to people.
That's an interesting thing. So,
and also remember, we are a resource for the community.
It's supposed to be, right? Yeah.
It's supposed to be, right. So I've always treated it that way, that we are nothing more than a resource for the folks. I mean, obviously here to protect too, but I think if you take the time just to speak to people, be polite to them, answer their questions.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to help you? You know, and just we're all trying to get through this world together.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got. I'm only bringing this up because you're a trainer, and I look at things and say, oh, what could the training opportunity be? So if for instance, if you're out training somebody, and let's say he's that guy that he's the introvert, and
right.
Where you would have said, oh, let's go into that party store and let's just have a conversation with some people. Would you ever do the same thing and say, well, I know what that guy over on that sidewalk's doing. I know what he's doing.
Right.
But let's have a good conversation. Let's have some good community development. So do you see yourself doing something like that where you're engaging, all of the members of the community? Even
I always do. My dad gifted me with a gift of gab.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've always been that guy. I can relate to the fellow on the road that's just trying to make it through life, to the doctors, if you will. I can communicate with anybody. And I think if you can change that into the younger crowd coming in that want to get in this job, that still like to do this job, just instill in them of educating them on what you can or can't do, knowing you don't violate no one's civil rights, knowing how far you can take things. Biggest thing is knowing what you can do to be able just to interact with someone. If somebody's standing here on the side of the road, I mean, it used to be back in the day, back when you'd get these calls and there was a guy standing in front of a bank taking photographs. I'm sure you probably heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
And the cops that didn't know, and the educated, a lot of us didn't know. You would arrive on scene and ask the guy, hey, what are you doing? I'm taking photos of that bank. Well, why are you doing that? We didn't know. He's standing on public. If I could see it with my eyes, I could take photos of it. And we learned this stuff over the years of being educated, how to do it.
Do you feel like this is known?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It is. A lot of agencies, I think, I know the chief here really does his best to try to strengthen the education of what we do. We review case law a lot. I know Dennis Lima, Sheriff Lima. I worked with him for years, and he obviously educated us a lot about what to do, what not to do, and what you can or can't do. What you're doing right now, not a damn thing wrong with it. You're legal to do what you want to do. You want to interview, and honestly, I appreciate you coming up and talking to me. I had a fellow the other day that ran up on my traffic stop and yelling and screaming at me, "Give me your name and badge number. How about you say hello? Talk to me. I'll talk to you all day long. I'll wear you out talking to you. That's just how I am, and I'll answer any question that you have. And I think if we have more of that, it's like me when I stop people. If my stop ends up being a citation, it's an educational process. Even if it ends in a warning, right? It's still an educational process. I don't take the stop personal. I know you probably do, or the person I'm stopping probably does. Because tickets are expensive. I mean, they hurt.
Yeah.
But it's an educational process, all it is. You know? So I think if you take the time to explain the citation, explain why you stopped them, most of the time when I get done with my stops, I get a thank you at the end. I know it's a hard thank you, and it's a hard pill to swallow because it's a $166 ticket most of the time, you know?
How do you reconcile? I mean, I know you do this every day, but how do you reconcile that? Like if so you probably let people go up for speeding like 5 miles an hour, but let's say somebody was going 10, right? Maybe that's something you ticket for. But I mean, come on, we all go 10 miles an hour over sometimes, you know what I mean?
I don't know what the standard is. Mine, it depends on how egregious it is. Now, 60 or 45, you're probably going to get a ticket. But me, I won't get you for speed. I'll get you for just violation of a traffic control device. It's a little bit cheaper. So it's still a ticket.
Yeah.
And then.
But there's just so much pain involved with that.
Over,
you know what I mean?
5 over is by Florida law. 5 over is a warning only.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 5 over, they don't want you writing tickets for 5 over.
Oh, so they don't. That's not even. That's just unwritten policy.
No, it's. I believe it is in. I've never really paid attention to it, but it's always been 5 over. They just give. The state wants you to just give a warning.
Okay.
I'm sure you could write a ticket if you wanted to. It's almost like the expired tag. Expired tag. You can't issue a ticket for an expired tag less than 30 days. Probably didn't know that one either.
No, I didn't.
So,
No.
Because there's a lot of stuff that goes over. It used to be, they say it was on your birthday. They say it's right at the end of the month. It's 30 days from the day it expires, which would be your birthday, but it's 30 days over that date. Within that 30 days, they don't want you to write a ticket.
Interesting. Do you write a lot of tickets?
I do not.
That's good.
I do.
The people appreciate that.
Well, I give a lot of warnings. You know, like I said, it's every boss that I've worked for have always been on the same grounds. It's an educational process. You pull people over, you bring in a violation to their attention. If it's egregious enough, then you write a ticket. If it's not that bad, yeah, you roll through the stop sign. Is it the end of the world? No. Was anybody else affected by you rolling through that stop sign? No. Give a warning.
Yeah.
You know? Unless you've seen that car before or watched him or whoever it is.
I have a tough time because I think about, is there a victim? Like, there's a stop sign by my house and I stop at it every single time. Right? But there's other people in my neighborhood that they don't stop at that sign every time. I stop at the sign every time because it's the law and I follow the law. Right? But people don't. Right? And there's no victim there. Yeah, so I look at it and I say, well, what's the big deal? Why are we... Because it's not just the ticket. It's the ticket, and then it's the time involved with the ticket, and then it's the insurance. Our insurance is crazy. So, I mean, I just have a hard time because it seems like... I like the aspect where you say, we're here to serve, or I can't remember the word you used. It wasn't service, but it was...
Educate.
No, it was right when we first started talking. It was the root of the word was service, though, and it just seems like we've gotten away from that. Where now
Come on, being the resource.
Resource, yeah, resource, yeah. Where I would love if the officers were just a resource, but it seems like there's just so much unnecessary pain inflicted for going 5 over, going 7 over, 10 over, 15 over. If there's no victim, why are we creating it? Because basically at that point, you're creating a victim. You're saying, well, I'm going to victimize you now, and you have to pay, not you personally, you have to pay us. You have to pay the police, you have to pay the government, you have to pay whoever. Well, now that person's being victimized because they sped too much? Well, who says that you're right about speeding?
I tell you, I had a boss, used to say something, he still does, whenever he swears other officers in, something I always thought was pretty cool. That the public, even though we got, 300 million people in the United States, whatever the population is, there's like 1 million of us are cops, whatever the odd number is, right? The reason why it works is because most of the population of the United States allows us to be able to control.
Very true. I agree with that statement 100%.
And without that, we wouldn't have anybody stopping at stop signs. We wouldn't have anybody stopping at traffic lights, waiting their turn to go. It would be chaos. So,
would it be chaos, though, do you think? That's a big jump from not stopping at a stop sign to chaos.
Have you ever watched those videos from Thailand?
Well, I spent some time in Cambodia, so I know how the driving goes over there.
Yeah, they get the intersections and they just go.
But life goes on over there, right? It exists.
I mean, I would imagine insurance is pretty high.
Yeah, there's probably not even a lot of insurance over there, right? But I see both sides of that argument. Sure. And I mean, if anything, you've made it more, you've actually made my point for me a little more, because while it might look like chaos, in 5 minutes that intersection's cleared out, the traffic has dispersed, life is going on.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it just seems like, oh, well, that guy got through the light, but I caught up to this guy. So, I'm going to give him. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
He's talking about me.
Yep, I'm almost there. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
They saw me out here talking to you?
I don't know. Somebody said something, but anyways, where were we at?
We were just talking about how you were kind of making my point for me.
Yeah, it's like anything. I know.
Like, I don't want criminals on the road.
A lot of people say, Florida has the worst drivers. I think I-4 has been labeled the...
It's tough. I was in Michigan this weekend. It's tough, man.
I've been to LA, so I drove over the road so when I retired from the sheriff's office, I went over the road trucking for year 2022.
Okay.
Almost a year.
Interesting.
And when you leave the state of Florida, driving a 73-foot truck, you'll find there's a lot more people out there that drive a lot better. They're just not in such a big hurry, I guess. I don't know.
So you're saying the truck drivers are the ones that drive better, or you notice people that do drive better?
Drive better in general once you get out of the state of Florida.
Okay. You're saying specifically Florida drivers are bad?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I even drove in Florida. I even drove in California. California is nothing compared to Florida.
The motorcycles scare me out there.
Yeah, that split lane thing. Yeah, I still wasn't used to that. But it's like people driving in the left-hand lane. They think they're doing the right thing because it says I'm driving the speed limit in the left-hand lane. Well, the law actually reads if you're not driving with a flow of traffic, you're supposed to get over.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that one.
And a lot of people, they just ride in that left-hand lane. Well, that's what bottlenecks I-4 up. A lot of interstates up there, so anyhow.
I appreciate you taking the time to have a conversation with me.
What's your name?
My name is Joshua.
Joshua. Okay.
Yeah. I actually agree with you that conversations are more important than anything.
Sure.
Because they're people that want to see you hurt. I'm not one of them, but there are ways to bridge, communicating with the community.
Correct.
And it seems like you're the only officer, like
Oh, come on. Can't be the only now.
one of the only Longwood officers, and I've had vast exposure to Longwood officers. So I appreciate that. I did not expect this conversation to go the way that it did because of the other officers in your department. So I try not to, pull you into the same group as them because you're your own man as well. I can only speak to what I've experienced with Longwood, and it's been particularly disturbing to me. So,
well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Well, if there's anything, I work alpha shift.
Okay. Well, you work. You spent time in Sanford. You spent time at the sheriff's office. If you were at any one of those jobs, and I walked into your department, and I was filming my interaction with the clerks, you wouldn't tell me that I had to stop, right?
Say that again.
If I was in the public lobby in Sanford when you were an officer there, or at Seminole County when you were a deputy there, if I came into the public lobby video recording my interaction with the clerk or with an officer, with whoever, that's completely lawful and protected by the Constitution, right?
As long as, because I know we ran into this, because I used to work a detail at the school board building.
Mm-hmm.
And before they put their signs up, it was completely legal. It was actually even legal. You could get in the elevator and go up to the superintendent's office if you wanted to.
Yeah, just makes
it's
reasonable.
And the problem is, a lot of these old buildings is the security was never put in. Obviously, I don't think you have any ill intent to go in and kill somebody. I don't.
No, I'm a nonviolent person.
So the thinking is what I believe. The thinking is those, like a lot of these buildings are made to be very open. I know Don Esslinger, sheriff that I started with at the county, and Sheriff Lima both feel the same way, that they want their lobby to be open for people to come and go and whatever they need to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very open environment.
It's very open there.
They enjoy that. That's how they want it. At any time, I guess, if they want to, the powers to be, if they want to make that area now more secluded area for I guess, if you will, for victims that come in and talk, and to be able to freely speak without somebody concerned about somebody recording them or whatever, then I'm assuming that's what occurred here. I have no idea, and I'm sure it occurred other places also.
But so I mean, at least you're recognizing the duality. If I was in that public lobby and you were sent out there to trespass me, knowing that that's not lawful, would you do it anyway?
So it would be horrible, but if I was ordered to do it, I would have to do it.
All right.
It is what it is.
What? So that's
Like
that's
said,
a particularly troubling statement, though.
I would rather you, like you come up here and talk to me. I'd rather you call me, hey, Officer Mims, can we meet up so I can talk? And me and you talk whatever. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. And you can do that. You should be able to do that with any officer. And like I said, if you ever need any questions answered, talk to, whatever.
But I mean, why did you become a cop?
That's a good question. So now, 18 years later.
Yeah, maybe a then and now, if we can do that.
Well, you always get into it because you want to help the public, right? You want to be that person to go in and save the child. And
yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Be the hero.
Be the hero, right? I think now, 18 years later, I think a lot of cops are into this job because they're nosy. Kind of a blunt way to say it.
Yeah, that's troubling.
Well, not really. Nosy meaning in a good way, meaning I want to be the first one to get in that house. I want to be the first one to fix that problem.
Whether they're allowed in the house or not.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
To try to help. I want to be able to fix that problem. Do my damnedest to fix that problem inside that house. That's what I want to be. That's the person I want to. That's who I want. And if day I lose that drive to want to help is the day I'm see you later. But still.
So, but if it came down to it, if we had to put the brass tacks to it,
don't jinx me now.
it's not the oath. The oath is just part of the job, right? It's not the meaning of the job.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
because there's elements that are uncomfortable about protecting the Constitution, right?
correct.
But it's still important to protect it, right?
Correct.
But
So what are your concerns?
well, my concern specifically is that you would follow orders even if it violated somebody's rights. And I acknowledge that and see that.
Give me a scenario.
If I went into the public lobby right now with my camera and I walked with you in there, I mean, we can prove this right now if you want to. Me and you can walk in there, and then somebody's going to tell you either I'm under arrest or you need to put me under arrest.
Have you been trespassed from our
Yeah,
lobby?
I have.
Yeah, don't do that.
But that's the thing. Don't do that. Don't stand up for your constitutionally protected. Mr. Gray, I don't want you to get arrested for standing up for your rights. Yeah. That's the same call coming in.
Yes, ma'am.
It was just getting good.
Okay. All right. Heading over there now. All right. Bye. All right. I got to go on a call.
No worries.
What was your first name again?
Joshua.
Joshua. Officer Mims, buddy.
Good to meet you,
Nice
Officer
to meet
Mims.
you.
I truly appreciate you having the conversation. It's more important than anything.
Anytime you need to talk, if I'm around, holler at me.
All right. Be safe, all right?
Okay? Thank you, sir.
All right.
And I'll send you that email.
More than anything, I appreciate that, the good faith. Please,
Yes, sir.
please don't screw this whole conversation up by not doing that, because this is going to be its own video.
I got you.
And it could be the only good Longwood video ever
now.
out of all of time.
Come on now.
It was nice to meet you, Officer Mims. Be safe, okay?
Yes, sir.
Who goes by this is a public service on YouTube.
This is a public service.
This is a public service.
You guys believe all that shit? Yeah, they were watching. They were watching from inside here. Called his ass up twice. It's time to get away from that guy. He's got a knack for getting us to say things that we shouldn't say, ever. Things that we shouldn't ever say. Ever, never, ever. Unfucking real, these clowns. Well, there you have it. Officer Mims should obviously be the chief of police here. Very curious as to what led him to leave Sanford and what led him to leave the sheriff's office. We'll dig into that. We're out here today to ensure our natural rights are respected by those who swore an oath to support, protect, and defend the rights of the people. The purpose of all interactions is to peacefully promote government accountability and transparency. Please like, share, and subscribe so this message can reach as many people as possible. I implore you to peacefully seek redress to any and all of your grievances. This is a public service.